In 1970, Gina Lollobrigida picked up her camera and stepped into war zones with the sole purpose of giving voice to the voiceless. She was willing to tell their stories even if it meant losing her life or her movie career in the process. This video will reveal certain facts that may make you addicted to the 1950s movie star. But before we get into the video, I've noticed that only a small percentage of people that watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you end up liking this video, please do consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video. She is a highly creative photojournalist. Gina spent most of the 1950s and 1960s establishing herself as one of the highest-profile European actresses at the time, but her creative interests began to change at the end of the 1970s. She became passionate about photojournalism and was determined to channel her creative abilities into telling stories through images. For her, it was more than a job or a means of income. She saw photojournalism as an outlet for her to tell the stories of thousands of people. She wanted to give a platform to people who didn't have the opportunity to share their ideologies that were likely to affect change in the world. Gina was one of the few 1960s actresses who was committed to a cause that went beyond performances on television, and she became one of the most impactful photojournalists in the 1970s and 1980s. The fact that she was able to drive positive change through the people and moments she captured made her a force to be reckoned with. All through her successful career as a photojournalist, she photographed influential entertainers like Paul Newman, Audrey Hepburn, David Cassidy, and the German national football team. The fact that she had already built a career in the film industry didn't hinder her from giving her all into photojournalism. She was also able to apply some of the storytelling skills she had learned from the film industry to further improve her art of storytelling through images. In the early 1970s, she got the opportunity to conduct an exclusive interview with one of the most popular Cuban revolutionaries and politicians, Fidel Castro. The interview turned out to be revealing and highly interesting, and it further increased her exposure and opened her up to several accolades at the time. For the rest of the 1970s and beyond, her works were so valuable that they were frequently published in several magazines like the Italian magazine Italia Mia. Gina's relentless efforts as a talented and impactful photojournalist is one of the facets of her life that makes her truly phenomenal. She explored her creativity at a young age. Gina began to express her passion and skills for entertainment at an early age. She is one of the few movie stars who spent the most part of her youth on stages. She began to appear in theater productions from as early as her teen years. In 1945, she was selected as the youngest performer to play a part in Santorellina, a comedy play by the producer Eduardo Scarpetta. She also participated in several beauty contests and worked as a model as well. She gave herself permission to explore the very depth of her creativity, and she continued this until she began acting in 1950. She's a multifaceted actress. From the time she signed a 5-year contract with film director Howard Hughes up until 2011, she proved that she was a truly multifaceted star. With every role that she got, she unleashed a more unique and creative side of her. Her exceptional acting skills led her to being selected to star in several renowned Italian films like The Wayward Wife and Woman of Rome. Aside from working in the Italian film industry, she was also an indispensable actress in the French industry for the most part of the mid-1950s. All through the 1950s, she was one of the few Italian actresses who was selected for diverse roles. She could perform as an innocent woman, a ruthless dictator, a seductress, a vibrant young woman, among several other diverse roles she was given. She was said to be one of the few 1950s actresses who executed all the roles she was given excellently, regardless of how challenging the role was. She was also willing to stretch herself, sharpen her skills, and train for as long as possible as she was able to bring her characters to life. She was one of the few actresses that directors and producers trusted with difficult scripts. She truly stood out in the movie industry during her career, and she continues to inspire upcoming actresses even till date. Gina is a daring entertainer. Although Gina was applauded and admired all through her career on screens as a result of her striking beauty, she made it clear that her self-confidence didn't emanate from her outer appearance but from within. She was known as one of the most confident actresses during her career, and she never allowed any life or career challenges to stop her in her tracks. Her boldness has been evident all through her lifetime, as she has never failed to express her exceptional entertainment skills. Also, when the time came for her to explore a different career path, she didn't let the fear of failure stop her from going after her passion. She was advised by many to stick to the movie industry and grow her career as an actress, but she didn't heed to what people were saying. She saw a future for herself in photojournalism, and she was bold enough to go for it. A large portion of her success in her different careers came as a result of her audaciousness. It is true that the people who truly win in life are the ones who are bold enough to pursue their dreams wholeheartedly. Her endless charity works. One of the things that is most common with outstanding Hollywood stars is their ability to fight for a cause that they believe in and their willingness to contribute financially to charity works. Gina discovered her passion for eradication and prevention of several medical conditions in the 2000s, and since then she has been committed to providing financial resources to medical research that prevent these diseases. One of the most popular medical procedures which she was contributed to is stem cell therapy. Even though some people do not agree with the methods that the medical procedure entails, Gina is convinced that the benefits of cell stem therapy far outweigh the disadvantages. As a show of her support for the improvement of stem cell therapy, she sold her jewelry collection and donated $5 million from the sale to benefit stem cell therapy research. She has continued to show her unwavering support for causes that she believes in. Lollobrigida is passionate about her culture and heritage. Although Gina acquired fame all through her career and became one of the most widely recognized Italian actresses of all time, she has remained loyal to her roots. She continues to lend her voice and influence to promote and preserve the culture of Italy. She has been a long active supporter of Italian and Italian-American causes, especially the National Italian-American Foundation. Over the years, she has received several awards for her contributions to several foundations. A change agent in the movie industry and beyond. When it comes to making positive changes, you'll find Gina Lollobrigida in the front row. All through her career in the movie industry, she was known as one of the actresses who revolutionized the golden age of television. She stood against any act that didn't support the rights of actors and actresses at the time. She also believed that entertainers should be paid reasonably, as she was willing to reject any role in a movie that was underpaid for. Even though she earned her place in the film industry later in her career, she faced a lot of challenges in the beginning of her career. She noticed then that the producers were giving her similar movie roles as a result of her physical appearance, and this was something she wasn't okay with. She knew that she had more to offer than repetitive roles. She ended up spending the most part of her career proving that she truly deserved to play more diverse roles. She also stood against exploitation of entertainers, and she wasn't afraid to speak up when she noticed that she was being exploited. The changes that she was bold enough to speak for caused a major revolution in the entertainment industry and beyond. Gina is a pace-setter. Gina Lollobrigida is currently 94 years old and is among one of the last living Golden Age actresses. She remains one of the few 1950s actresses who paved the way for other talented and skilled actresses to succeed in the movie industry. She is a true role model. Even though she officially retired from acting years ago, her story continues to inspire many across the world. Which of these facts about Gina Lollobrigida caught your interest the most? Let us know in the comment section below and check out the next video in this series.